Copy 724, roger. Descend and maintain 2000.
Descend and maintain 2000, 74.
Hello everyone. Yeah, I've been away for a while. Been pretty busy at the airport. But I'm going to have a few weeks that I'm going to get a little bit of break doing something different. So I'm going to take this opportunity to catch you guys up with my collection. The ones on the right I received last week, and the three on the top. The SR71 there I received yesterday. And there's two totally new unboxed that I'm going to include. I'm going to unbox today. Beyond that, I have like 13 more coming in, so I have a bunch of models coming in. But I reboxed them, the ones that I received last week, for the dramatic effect, and I'll go ahead and unbox them with you here. Alright, so first up is this Dragon SR71 Dragon Wings from their Warbird series, 1/400 scale obviously. This thing is tiny. I already took it out of the box. I do recommend, if you do buy this one, it comes with the landing gear sort of attached. They come off really easy, and they're tiny. This one of the landing gears, one of the wheels was off. I had to basically lightly glue it. That's what I do, is I take a little bit of, just a tiny little bit of glue, and I glue it so it doesn't stick in there completely. I did the same thing for the main gear. So that way, if I want to pull it out, all I got to do is just move it a little bit and pull it out and cover it, because it comes with an option to place this in a stand and make it appear like it's flying, so with the landing gears up. These two gears here are also very loose, the main gears. So again, the same thing, tiny touch of glue and put it in there so that it stays in place and it doesn't fall off on you, because if this thing falls on the floor, you're probably gonna have a hard time finding it. But I love it. It's beautiful. I can't believe that it looks this good for a 1/400 scale SR71. And again, it's tiny, very small, about the size of a CRJ 700. Comes in this box. So as you can see here, these are the landing gear covers, and it comes with extra wheels too, I guess, in case you lose them. Very nice of them. I like it overall. Not expensive tools, like 20 something, under $30 for this thing. Definitely worth it to me. There's the instruction manual for it. And again, if you want it to be with the landing gear down or landing gear up, a little bit of assembly is required. But there's the manual. It's very simple. And here's the stand. I don't really like to use stands. The only plane in my collection that I have using a stand is a Delta 737 700, I think, in Powerpuff Girls livery. And the reason why it's in the stand is because I made the mistake of removing the landing gear and putting the landing gear cover. And when you put those things in there, now the landing gear cover doesn't want to come out. The only way I'd be able to take it out is if I used a very sharp object and tried to pry it out, and I don't want to damage it. So I figured the next best thing to do was to put the landing gear away, leave it in a stand, and just leave it that way. Even though, again, I don't like to put my models in stands. I like to just display them as they are with their landing gear down. And I don't have an airport. I don't know. I might get an airport someday. I kind of like to display them all. You'll see later. I'll show you. SR71 Blackbird. Alright everyone, here's the next one. It's a 737-700 Southwest Airlines Canyon Blue from NG. There's the box. Sorry if you hear any noise in the background. That's what happens when you live in a city, you know. Got this one from Waffle Collectibles. It's a nice website, nice company. I've never had any problems with them. I've never had any problems with their model. Well, I did receive one that was missing wheels or something, but you know, I contacted them in a week or so. I received the replacement parts. Very nice company to deal with. If you see any smudges, again, remember I boxed these up for the dramatic effect. So, oh, the wing seems a little loose. Let me tighten a little bit. Okay, there we go. That's all. Okay, let me set it down, Jerp. There's the captain's side. Full of detail, typical of NG models. Southwest 737. Looks beautiful. I like it. Looks pretty accurate too. I see these at Logan Airport quite a bit when I'm out at the ramp. There's the back. There's the first officer side. And there's the front. Plenty of detail. Very well made. Pretty accurate colors. And here's the underside with your antennas. And I want to say this here is, I don't think that that's an antenna. I think that's like a water release valve or something. When they finally park the plane, or when they're flying up above, water comes out of one of those things. I banged my head in one of those things and bleeded a lot. I had to go to the hospital. Almost needed stitches. 737-800 NG. Southwest. Alright, the next one is a Southwest Airlines 737-700 with the California livery. It's one of those 12 special liveries from Southwest that has the state flags basically on each one of those liveries. I'm making a collection of those. I'm almost done. I only need 3 more. It's a Panda models, by the way. It's the second Panda models I've gotten, and they do a pretty good job. I want to say somewhere in between NG and Gemini Jets. Almost as good as NG, better than Gemini Jets. And there we go. There's the first officer side. Small little 737. There's the back. There's the captain's side. And here, just so you can compare the quality. The Canyon Blue is an NG 737-700, and the California 1 livery is Panda. So, I mean, there's a few differences, but they're very, very similar. Like, you can see the wing surface area, like the flaps and air brakes and things like that are more defined on the NG than they are in the Panda model. You can probably see that. Don't mind the lower little winglet thing there on the wing on the 737 on the Canyon Blue NG one. That just happens to be on that particular airplane. The Panda model is pretty accurate. That's how the 737-700 in that flavor. That's the type of winglets that it comes with. The engines are pretty much the same, as you can see. They're about the same dimensions as well. Although the engines on the Panda model seem a little bigger, but it might just be, no, I think they'll have the same sort of engine. So the Panda models seem a little bigger, or the NG seem a little smaller. I couldn't tell you. I'd have to look at the dimensions and do a conversion and all that stuff. And I'm not that deep into this hobby to do that, go that far. There's the underside, and it has the same number of nope. NG models has the front antenna. Panda models does not on the underside, but it does have one antenna and one water release thing. Or it could be an antenna, I may be wrong. It's close enough though. Like I said, not as good as NG, better than Gemini Jets. Next up is another 737-800 by NG. It's for United, and this is, again, these are from their new releases. These were just recently released in either April or May. Got this one on eBay. I forget from who. I think it might have been Waffle Collectibles. I forget. Again, typical NG. 737-800. Scimitar wings. Get the front view there, Jerk. And let's get the captain side. Just all the details that are typical with NG models. Good quality models. Let's get the underside. And there you go. And there's a United 737-800 from NG Models. Next up is again another NG 737-700. This is again from their May release for United. And I see these a lot as well. My job at Logan Airport. Let me take it out of the container there, Jerp. That's the captain's side. I think it's like the same as the Southwest 737-700. Probably the same mold. Yeah, it looks like the same mold. Just has a different Wi-Fi box at the top. Let's look at the back. And let's look at the first officer side. Are you getting a good angle there, Jerk? Getting all the details? Yeah, it looks good. Excellent. Okay, let's look at the underside. And I like how NG Models, they even paint the antennas in the bottom in the color to reflect the real plane. That's very nice of them. Little extra touches like that, to me, distinguishes them from the other companies. United 737-700 from NG Models. And this is a different one. This is an Aviation 400 Airbus A330 MRTT. I don't know what that stands for. Republic of Korea Air Force. It's some sort of aerial refueler. I don't know if it does anything extra, but it's at least an aerial refueler, kind of like their KC-135 version in a Airbus A330. I mean, look at this box. I love Aviation 400, and I hear that they do a great job with the Airbus A330. Look at the detail that they included in their box. I love that. That's a nice touch. This is a nice looking box. There. The back just typical. I mean, nothing special in the back. But I like how they have that cutout diagram. And they include a stand, which again I don't use. I already said why I don't do that at the start of the video. Take it out very carefully. And here we go. There's the right side of the aircraft. I don't know if these are aerial refuelers for like helicopters or those military aircraft that use more of like the basket type of aerial refueling. There's just the refueling boom in the back, and it comes down. So when you use a stand, it'll look like it's refueling an aircraft. Look at all the extra detail. I think Gemini Jets does this one, and this one beats it out. It has a lot more detail. Look at the beacons in the top. How they look like they're real lights. There's some sort of plastic that's made to look like a beacon. It almost looks like jewels. Plenty of antennas. Some more extra detail in the cockpit. Nice painting. Nice details with the stickers and stuff. The decals. It even has tiny printing on the wings. Go ahead and focus on the wing there. I don't know if you're going to be able to read that. I can't. But it has some tiny printing there. Extra detail. Beautiful model. And there's the underside. I haven't seen the Gemini Jets one this up close. And I'm not going to buy one. Not with the way that this thing is so nicely detailed. I don't want to get another one. think this one, but I think this one's gonna beat it out. So I guess the way these airplanes refuel is this kind of like helps them, guides them to the boom at the back of the aircraft. So these are supposed to be, I don't know if they're supposed to be lights or something, but look at all the extra detail on this plane. This thing is beautiful. It's nice. Although I'm going to tell you guys this, I did buy the Gemini Jets P-8 Orion for the U.S. Navy, and they did a pretty good job with that P-8 Orion. I'm not going to include it on this one. You guys will see it later. Okay, next up is a FedEx MD-11F Gemini Jets. I don't think this isn't the new one that's on their new release. I pre-ordered it and I ended up buying this one by mistake. But, oh well. I guess having two of something is better than having one, I guess. At least in 1 to 400 models. And it does look pretty nice. These I see a lot at Logan Airport in the cargo terminal. There's the front. And there is the captain's side. They did a pretty good job. It wasn't that expensive either. It was like 45 bucks, I think. And there's the underside. MD-11F, FedEx Gemini Jets. Alright, up next is a Boeing 747-400 LCF Dreamlifter. I think this is JC Wings. Another one of the big hitters. I hear it's the order of like the best models out there in terms of quality. First is NG, then is JC Wings, then I don't know if it's Phoenix or who it might be between Phoenix and Gemini Jets. This is a big one. Last time I did a video, I was still collecting my Airbus A380s. I completed that collection, and soon you'll get to see them. This one comes in two varieties. It comes with the flaps down or the flaps up. I bought it with the flaps down. There's the first officer side. And JC Wings doesn't joke around when it comes to detail. There's the front. Captain's side. It's a unique looking aircraft, that's for sure. I believe they use this to fly around and deliver fuselage parts for the Dreamliner, for the 787. And there's the underside. Plenty of detail. I like it. 747 Dreamlifter. Alright, next up is a Cargo Lux 747-8F Gemini Jets. Recent release as well. There's the inner flap, typical of Gemini Jets. And your typical Gemini Jets box. It's an interactive series. If I have a choice, I'll always get the interactive series. There you go. Nice box. So far I've done a Dragon, 3 NGs, 3 or 4 NGs, an Aviation 400, a JC Wings, and oh, I did it Gemini Jets. Okay, this is the second Gemini Jets that I'm doing in this video. And there you go, interactive series. Comes with all the parts. Interactive meaning that you can display this one either with the cargo doors open or closed. Ooh, it's pretty greasy. Wow. Alright. So I'm only, just for the sake of this unboxing, you're only going to see it the way it is. I'm not going to assemble it or anything because it's going to turn out to be a long video. But you probably get the idea. You see, you remove this and then you replace it with this one. I'll do it. Here you go. It's just as simple as that. So there. If you want to display it with the nose open. And then you do that for the other cargo doors too. A little loose. There's the front. There's the captain's side. 747-8F. There's the back. There's the first officer side. And let's do the underside. Oh, one of the cargo doors came off. They will come off. They're meant to, so you can replace them with the interactive doors. And another door came off. Where is it? I need to find that door. There you go. Oh, here it is. Okay, I found it. There's the underside. Typical Gemini jets with their logo on the fuselage. Nice decals though. It's really nice. You can probably hear my dog barking in the background. Sorry about that. He's a Chihuahua. They bark a lot. Okay, next up is Herpa Antonov AN225. There's the inner flap, similar to Gemini jets. Herpa does okay with their models. I don't have that many Herpas. I have a couple of 1 to 200 scale models, and they're really nice. The 1 to 400, they are not as detailed as like as you know, your NG models or Gemini jets. They don't have antennas. They do a pretty good job. They're just not as detailed. They do put out a nice box. Oh, let me show you the back. There's the back side of the box. And with this being the biggest airplane in the world, this is probably going to be the biggest 1 to 400 airplane model in my collection. And let's take it out gently. Yeah, this thing is pretty big. And there you go. Huge, huge plane. Just for size comparison, the longest plane in the world right now, or used to be, no, the second longest I think is the 747-800, or 747-8 I mean, and it is a little longer than the Antonov, but as you can see it doesn't look that big compared to the Antonov 225. Antonov 225, especially with those 6 engines, is humongous. Let's look at an SR-71 next to Antonov 225. And what about a Southwest 737-700? See how big that plane is? It is huge. And let's look at an aerial refueler next to it. I think it's refueling it right there. Imagine refueling that beast. Wow. Okay. 6 engines. Let's look at the front. There's all your 6 engines. Nice detail. This is the captain's side. It's heavy too. And let's look at the back. The reason why it has a twin boom or twin boom rudder is because this was initially developed and made by the Soviet Union out of Belarus, I believe, the Antonov airline or aircraft company, whatever it's called, in the old Soviet Union. And this was made to carry the Buran shuttle, which is the Russian space shuttle. Looked just like ours. It was like a copy of it, and they would carry it on top, the same way that we have a 747 that used to carry the space shuttle. This was used to carry that Buran shuttle, and the reason why it has the twin rudders is because they needed to have that. Otherwise, they wouldn't get any air in the rudder because the shuttle would be in the way. Let's look at the underside, and then we can see all those wheels. Look at all those wheels in the landing gear. It needs all of that to distribute all of the weight of that plane on the tarmac. Similar to the C5 Galaxy. And the nose of the plane does open like on a C5 and like on a 747. You can probably see the outline of it there. And I believe it has a cargo door. No, I don't know if it has a cargo door in the back or not. I'd have to look that up. Yeah, you can see a picture of it. The nose does open up like on a 747. Yeah. Big plane, big boy. Here we go. Gemini Jets, MD-80, American Airlines. Typical Gemini Jets box. There's the back. It's going to be part of my retro series collection. I'm going to start getting some of those retro planes. Late 70s, mid 80s, early 90s. And this is supposed to be one of the most popular or most desired planes according to Diecast Model Aircraft database. And I did get the right tail number, N573AA. It's supposed to be brand new from whoever I bought it from, but it has like a little scuff mark there. I don't know if I'm going to be able to remove that. I'll try it. This is supposed to be polished, so there's the underside. It's pretty good detail. I like it. It's the most wanted 1-400. This one in the Antonov 225. And the Antonov 225 that I just showed you is the tail number UR82060. According to the database, it's like the first or second most wanted 1-400 scale model. All right, let's unbox the stuff that I got today. I already know what it is. It's one of. I'm expecting 2 planes today, and I already know exactly what they are. I got these on eBay. Let's see what it looks like. Again, part of my retro series. NG Eastern 757 by NG. Oh, do the box. There you go. There you go. There you go. Nice box. NG. I expect this thing to be flawless and beautiful. I don't think I ever flew on Eastern Airlines, and yes, I am that old. Okay, probably some factory grease. There's the captain's side. Nice shiny Eastern Airlines. And let's do the back. And I got this model with no problems at all. As you can see, all the wings are attached. The engines are attached. No problems at all. There's the back. There's the captain's side. And as you can see, I got this model with no problems at all. All the wings are attached. The engines are attached. There's the front. Let's look at the bottom. Very nice detail. Eastern 757 NG models. Okay, let's do the last one for today. Boy, this is probably going to be my longest video. There's a lot of planes I unboxed today. And again, some I unboxed for the second time for the dramatic effect. But seriously, I did get those last week, and I have ordered a ton of new models, and I have a lot more coming up. Nicely packed. Yeah, again, I got this one from eBay. I forget exactly from who. And it took a while to get here. I don't know why. Maybe the person I bought it from might have been away or something. Gemini Jets 737 Max 9. There's the captain's side. There's the back. There's the first officer side. Nice detail. And there's the front. And this one, again, I see this one cut quite a bit at Logan Airport. There's the bottom. And see, this is what I'm talking about. Not complaining about it. It's nice and all, but that's your Gemini Jet's underside. This is an NG model's underside. You see how it has the two antennas in the back? I mean, is it worth to pay the extra maybe for it? I don't know why NG didn't color the antennas in the underside red. Maybe this particular livery, the antennas come red, but that's what I'm talking about, the attention to detail that NG does to their models versus Gemini Jets. But that Gemini Jets one does look nice. And it's an unfair comparison, but in the front there is 737 MAX 9, and over here is 737-800. They look similar, but you can see differences, like in the engine in the back. You can see the APU is also different. The landing gear on the MAX should be longer, so it should be standing higher off the ground because the engines are different. They're round versus how the 737 engines have like a flat bottom. And that's it for today. Let's see. Okay, go ahead and I unboxed all of that today. It's a lot of models. And like I said, I'm waiting for about 11 more to come in between tomorrow and Saturday, and or probably Monday of next week. So more to come. Thanks, everyone.